They found me. All right, I'm going the long way. There's so much room for activities. All right, y'all. We have a very, very, very special thing about to happen. I don't know if any of you have done this before, but I have done the research to find out where my people are from. I'm a Gullah Geechee person, which means my ancestry is I'm a direct descendant of the West Africans who were brought to America because of their knowledge and a skill at rice cultivation. My people are from what is now present-day Sierra Leone. And the reason I know that is because of the woman who I'm about to introduce to y'all real quick. We're going to be doing a very, very special section right now, African Ancestry presentation by Dr. Gina Paige. Give her a round of applause, please. Come on up, Gina. There you go.
Thank you, KJ.
My pleasure.
You didn't tell him that you're Mende.
What's that?
You're Mende, right? Not just Sierra Leone.
Not just Sierra Leone.
But
Mende.
the Mende, yep. All right. So you want me to start? Okay, so what's up, y'all? How you doing? I can't hear you. All right, I'm Gina Paige, as you know. I co-founded AfricanAncestry.com 22 years ago. We are the pioneers of genetic ancestry tracing for Black people around the world. So what that means is we use DNA to reconnect Black people to Africa. And we do it without selling or sharing your DNA. So you send your DNA to us, we find out what specific African country and ethnic group you come from, and then we destroy it. So we don't ever want fear to be the reason that Black people don't know where we're from. We are the original victims of identity theft, y'all. When our ancestors were stolen from Africa, we lost our names. We lost our languages. We lost the honor to the freedom to honor our ancestors, and our families were sold apart for 400 years. So if you don't know who your name, your language, your people, you cannot know who you are. And when you don't know who you are, because you don't know where you're from, then you don't know where you're going. And so we're very honored to be able to do this work. My business partner is a Black geneticist, and this is our life's work, to make sure that we understand who we are. And I'm very excited to be partnering with EatOkra. I used the app and had no idea that one day we would be working together. So shout out to Mike from the Agami group for putting us together, and thank you for allowing me to share the stage with you.
No, absolutely. This is, I've known about African Ancestry for 15 years plus, and I've always been in awe of what you've been building, and so for this to come full circle and for Mike to bring us together, it's like super incredible.
So what I'm here to do today is to reveal where Janique's maternal ancestor was 500 to 2,000 years ago. Is anybody interested in learning that information? Any ideas about where you think how far back can you go on your mother's line? The Bronx? Okay.
No, but my mom, my mom was born in South Carolina.
Okay.
So I know my family has roots in South Carolina. My grandmother lived in South Carolina in Charleston area, and actually in Wamala Island.
Okay.
And so I know I was connected to, the Gullah Geechee culture, but definitely did not know, how far back or farther back than that. With no type of understanding of my connection to, where we were from in Africa.
Okay. Yeah, and you're not alone. Most of us have no idea. We maybe can go back to our grandmother or our great-grandmother, but then that's it. And every other group in this country, even this city, is a representative that everyone knows where they're from but us. Everybody can point to a country, and we get to point to the best continent, but it's our birthright to know who are those people?
Yeah.
Where is home for me? What are their traditions, their values, their spiritual beliefs? So Janique swabbed her cheeks. She sent the swabs back to us. You're smiling. How did you feel when you were swabbing your cheeks? It was easy, right?
It was easy, yeah. It was painless, yeah. I was excited. I think the more work that we've done with EatOkra and understanding how diverse food culture is, but also how connected it is, made me even more, inquisitive about where my family is from. Because I know there are a lot of similarities between African cuisine and Southern cuisine as well. And so I wanted to bridge those gaps.
Absolutely. So we found your ancestry, or we found you. So in spirit of full disclosure, she knows the answer, okay? So I'm not going to sit here and fake like, oh, surprise.
Oh my gosh.
So for all of you, we found her ancestry in one of the smaller countries on the west coast of Africa. It's called Guinea-Bissau. Guinea-Bissau is bordered by Senegal and the country of Guinea. It's about the size of Washington State. So it's a tiny country. Guinea-Bissau received, it's one of the few countries that was colonized by the Portuguese. And so they are one of the few Portuguese-speaking countries in Africa. But we don't stop at the country. As you heard with KJ, we go back to the ethnic group, to the people. So the people that Janique shares ancestry with are fishermen. They cultivate cashews. They cultivate ground nuts, all of these things, right? That they also are rice farmers, which makes sense. Enslaved Africans were stolen from Guinea-Bissau, present-day Guinea-Bissau, and Sierra Leone, like KJ, because they were master rice farmers, and then brought to South Carolina, the Georgia Sea Islands, to work those rice plantations. But within Guinea-Bissau, there's several ethnic groups, and the one that Janique shares ancestry with is called the Balanta people. And I know you have at least one cousin in the building back there, Janique. Balanta means those who resist. So I have a question for you, Anthony.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
Does that describe your wife and her mother's people?
I don't know if I've ever put it in better words before, or it's ever been put in better words. But she's a fighter.
Yeah, so these things, we aren't just this way just because. Our DNA has memory. And well, you tell me, how does it feel to learn where you come from and who those people are? What was it like to wait even for the results?
I was checking my email, like I told you, I was checking my email like every day. I was super excited. But it was also, just super confirming, I guess, for me. And just, like he said, I know that I'm a fighter. And so when I read that, I was like, oh, okay, so it makes sense. So it was validating. So, but yeah, it definitely, it makes you feel connected. It's something that I definitely want to share with my daughter. She's running around here somewhere, but she's a fighter as well. My mom is a fighter. And so, yeah, it makes sense. And like I said, it validates who I am as a person. And so I was super happy for that.
Well, you received your results online, so I wanted to officially welcome you to the African Ancestry family. So here's your certificate of ancestry. Let's give it up for her.
Thank you so much.
Balanta roots. And I also have a T-shirt so that you can rep your roots.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Oh, I love
So
it.
on behalf of the African Ancestry team and the over 1 million Black people who are your cousins because they found out where they're from, I want to welcome you to the African Ancestry family.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And we have Anthony's swabs, so we got to figure out, once we get his results, how we can share them. But I wanted to give you also a gift, Anthony, to thank you for partnering with African Ancestry.
This is just the first of many partnerships.
Yes. We're going to bring it to DC.
We are.
So we can eat okra in DC. So thank you all. We have a booth over on the back wall. Come on over. You can learn about the African influence on our foods. You can learn about African ancestry, and consider taking the test and sharing these results like Janique's with your family this holiday season. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Here we go.
Oh, we're going to take a photo. Okay.